one of the conditions that the sensitive use area be noted that there will be the East Lakes Youth Center referral by the county be indicated in the as a sensitive use area that's not indicated in their submission.
Well, that was not a part of our motion.
Well, I'm just going to put in all the conditions that are really omissions as I figure. Or okay, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but then it is there.
We didn't know.
We said nothing about that.
I know. I'm just making sure that we know when that happens, that, we have submitted the document. That we know that that's what we're talking about, that there is an omission there.
We're going to revise the motion that we voted.
No, we're not revising, we're adding to it.
We're adding
conditions that we still, because this.
We're adding further conditions?
Yes, I am adding further conditions. Even as a board member, I'm adding if it's not to a committee, I'm adding as a single board member on this topic.
Okay, and the condition is that the East Lake Youth Center be indicated as a sensitive use area.
Right.
In what? Because it wasn't in our motion.
Right. It wasn't in the motion, but I just want to make sure it's included since it is a important. I don't have so she understands where we're at. So
in the documentation, I just don't know what documentation we're talking about.
Okay, the documentation was the packet that we received as a board. There's a master plan, master use plan, labels, pictures, the whole 9 yards.
How many of us got that?
We didn't get that.
You don't get it unless you want to reproduce this whole package per board member. I don't think you want to do that. I just reproduce the relevant sections. If you want to get the relevant section, I'll give it to you right now again. But I think I gave it to you at the time, not.
Yeah, we should have had it ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's on the bottom.
We have a speaker. I'm okay with this one.
If you want the map plans and everything else, see what it is. But the relevance I'm talking about is on 7. It's on the 3rd page or something? Okay, the 3rd page. Way down there it says single R.
Single R? Oh,
7 hours.
7R?
Where's not R? Where is that? Maybe it's on the 4th. No, it's on page 3. Sorry about that. Page 3. Single R. It says 3 packs in bold.
It said 4 packs, right?
Right. I'm saying all our discussion was under 4-pack. But I also wanted to make sure that the sensitive use area that's not indicated in this particular package, and I mentioned it to this gentleman that represents himself as being the consultant for 7-Eleven at our board meeting, at our committee meeting, that this was what I mentioned.
I actually have a speaker card, so I don't know if Frank, you're going to wait or.
No, I'll first present the. So therefore, I want that to be noted to make sure that when we go to public hearing that could be, indicated.
This is a part of the same motion?
Well, I'm not sure if I want to split in 3 or do them all in, or put them all in one. Because you are
So we have one
it's not
East
a
Lake Youth
condition,
Center.
but it's not a condition as a condition, but it should be noted that that's missing from the document.
That has
This
to
is
be
the,
corrected. Go ahead.
these are the findings that were submitted as part of the packet, right?
Right. These are their findings
Yes.
that they submit.
And you're saying like there's,
We
want to make additions.
Right. I want to make sure that when we go to hearing, that we have the board support saying that this is
Additional things.
additional things that might be missing out of their packet. I have the whole packet if people want to look at it.
One point of information for transparency purposes. Can you unclip that whole packet? Just wondering, out of that whole pack and this portion consists of what? And then what are the rest of it? I don't know, just I'm sure people in the audience and board members
All right,
would
let me
like to
go
know.
through it. The first section is, well, they don't call them sections, I just,
Yeah.
whatever's clipped together, is the actual master land use permit application, detailing their, the lot size, description, just the legal description of the thing and what they're asking the variance for. Number 2 is the sensitive use areas. That's what I'm talking about. They list the 400-foot sensitive use land use list, and they have little flower gates and the American, Vietnamese, Chinese Friendship Association Temple. That's I think diagonally across the street. And then they have the elementary schools like Gates and the rest. So, and then they also list the alcohol establishments within 500 and 1,000 feet. And there should be a new one that's a little further out that just came on board that just happened that I found out yesterday. There's one on the corner of, and it's, the one I was mentioning is surrendered. It's not surrendered anymore. Somehow they got a new license there. The one on North Broadway and Lincoln Park Avenue.
You should be a consultant, Frank.
Huh?
You should be a consultant.
Who got
He's our consultant.
Someone got a liquor license?
The market.
The
Which
market.
market?
Lincoln Park Avenue and
Oh, yeah,
North
that's
Broadway.
the one.
The one right across the
They
street.
did get it.
Yeah, they got it. We still haven't figured out exactly how they got it, but they got it. Then there's environmental assessment, which is the mitigated declaration of whatever they call it. Yeah, negative deck, that's what they call this thing. Then you have page 4 is what you have in hand. Then you have a radius map, that's what I call number 5. Another radius map, bigger, number 6. Then they give you then the document includes all these pictures of the location showing relative to everything else, showing that they're, in a commercial zone, that they're abutting R3, I think, something like that, R4, R3 area. They're pictures. Then they have a statement for saying that, I guess.
That's the mail out, so like they
Oh,
have
okay.
to pay a
She knows.
company to do a mail out of the 500-foot radius to know the notification. So they have to have a company do it.
And then we have a plot plan of the location and how it's, I think they indicate how much of the usage is of certain property, a plot plan anyway, several plot plans. In-store plot plan, the whole 9 yards. And then we have another large radius map, I think. And that's what I call the package. I don't think you want all that unless you really want it. That's why it's sort of, you have to give judgment to the committee chair to understand what documents will be distributed. I mean, we can do that, but I don't think you want the expenses of that. You do, fine. So, anyways, back to my statement that we said on our discussion and our conditions that we wanted 4 or less, no less than 4 as wine coolers.
So that's what the motion is doing, to change
Yeah, I'm
the
going to
3
clarify,
packs,
that's what we're
3
saying.
packs to 4, and
Yeah.
also to add
The
to
sensitive.
the number, on page 5, CC, the public schools and private churches and parks within 1,000 feet of the proposed business are to add East Lake Youth Center to the list.
Right,
On page 5,
that's correct, that's where I wanted.
board members, are you looking at it? Okay, they have little flower gates, American, Vietnamese, Chinese, the temple, and Lincoln High School, and then the motion is to add East Lake Youth Center.
And
Okay?
then one more document I just want to reinforce because of the cut in the budget in the city of LA. I want them to still, I think they're still going to comply with it, but I want to make sure perfectly clear that we understand that all graffiti will be removed within 24 hours. That's a conditional use of the 24-hour variance. But I just want to make sure that they understand that that's because of the city budget right now, our subcontractors that are in the city that have to do with graffiti removal, their budget is up to grabs right now.